Compact SUV shopping in 2026 has quietly turned into a minefield. Every single model on the lot now claims to be electrified, redesigned, or award-winning. And dealers know most buyers won't dig past the window sticker to find out if any of that is actually true. Consumer Reports just wrapped its newest testing cycle, and for the first time ever, every single vehicle on its annual top picks list runs on a hybrid, plug-in hybrid, or fully electric powertrain. Gas-only compact SUVs didn't make the cut at all this year. That's a real shift, and it means the old advice about which small SUV to buy is already outdated. 5 models rose above the noise this year for genuinely different reasons, and one of them surprised even longtime testers, posting numbers strong enough to make you question whether reliability data still matters as much as it used to. Another quietly slashed its price while adding horsepower, which almost never happens in this industry. Number 5. Ford Bronco Sport. Most shoppers walk past the Bronco Sport assuming it's a scaled-down version of the rugged, boxy Bronco with removable doors. It isn't. Underneath the tough guy styling, it's actually built on the same car-based platform as the Ford Escape, which turns out to be exactly why it earned a spot here instead of getting left off the list entirely. We missed that platform decision matters more than most buyers realize. Ford could have built the Bronco Sport on genuine truck architecture to match its bigger sibling, but doing so would have sacrificed the ride comfort and efficiency that most compact SUV shoppers actually want day to day. By borrowing from a proven crossover platform instead, the Bronco Sport ends up in an unusual middle ground, more capable off-road than nearly everything else in this segment, while still driving like a normal SUV the other 6 days of the week when you're just running errands. Consumer Reports' own testers described the standard turbocharged 3-cylinder as an engine that packs a decent punch but vibrates at very low engine revs, and their real-world testing landed at 25 mpg overall, respectable for a compact SUV with genuine off-road hardware, though it's nowhere near what the hybrids further up this list can deliver. The ride leans firm, which some buyers read as sporty and others read as harsh over broken pavement, but the trade-off pays off the moment pavement disappears entirely. That's the Bronco Sport's real case for existing. Standard all-wheel drive with an available X-Mode terrain system lets you shift power distribution for mud, sand, or snow, and the cabin was designed around getting dirty. Rubberized surfaces, washable floors, and a Male-style panel on the dash for mounting accessories. None of that shows up on a spec sheet comparison, but it matters enormously if your compact SUV doubles as gear for hiking, camping, or hauling a dog that doesn't care about upholstery. It's also the most affordable vehicle on this list by a wide margin, which matters given how much the rest of this countdown leans toward hybrid and plug-in hybrid technology that typically carries a price premium. For buyers who genuinely value off-road hardware over electrified efficiency and who don't want to pay for a battery pack they'll rarely use to its full potential, the Bronco Sport occupies a lane almost nothing else on this list can match. Resale value is worth a mention too. Ford's Bronco nameplate has developed a genuine following since its relaunch, and that halo effect has carried over to the smaller Sport variant more than skeptics initially expected. Used Bronco Sports have generally held their value better than comparably priced compact SUVs from mainstream competitors, which softens the sting of choosing a less efficient powertrain over the hybrids further up this list. The money you save at the pump on a CR-V hybrid, a Bronco Sport owner may partly recoup at trade-in time instead. The honest weakness is refinement. That 3-cylinder engine makes itself known at idle and under hard acceleration in a way the 4-cylinder hybrids on this list simply don't, and the firm suspension tuning means longer highway trips are noticeably bouncier than in a Forester or CR-V. If your priority is a smooth commute, this isn't the pick. If your priority is a compact SUV that can actually leave the pavement without drama, the Bronco Sport earns its spot, and the next SUV on this list proves that even plug-in technology comes with real trade-offs most buyers don't expect. Number 4. Kia Sportage Plug-in Hybrid. Here's a fact that surprised even Consumer Reports' own road test team. The Kia Sportage Plug-in Hybrid posted a 90 out of 100 road test score, one of the strongest numbers in the entire compact SUV segment this year. That's not a hybrid footnote, that's a genuinely excellent driving experience backed by a 34-mile EPA-estimated all-electric range that lets most commuters skip the gas station for days at a time if they plug in every night. The powertrain transitions between gas and electric power smoothly enough that many owners report barely noticing the switch, and for anyone doing mostly short trips around town, the running costs can drop dramatically. You're paying electricity rates instead of gas station prices for the vast majority of your driving. Inside, the cabin stays notably quiet, the infotainment system is intuitive by class standards, and the ride quality holds up even on rougher roads. That 90-point road test score is worth putting in context. Most compact SUVs, including some of the other vehicles on this very list, land somewhere in the 70s or low 80s on Consumer Reports' scoring scale. A score in the 90s puts the Sportage PHEV in territory usually reserved for far more expensive vehicles, which is exactly why testers flagged it as such a standout, right up until the reliability data pulled the overall picture back down to earth. So why isn't it higher on this list? Reliability. Despite the outstanding road test performance, Consumer Reports flagged the Sportage PHEV's predicted reliability as comparatively low, pointing to electrical and charging system glitches reported by some owners. That's a meaningful asterisk on an otherwise excellent SUV. It means the driving experience and the ownership experience are pulling in different directions, which almost never happens with a vehicle this well reviewed on the road. There's also a price consideration. The Sportage PHEV commands a real premium over the standard hybrid and gas versions in the lineup, and unless you're consistently using that 34-mile electric range, the math on recovering that premium through fuel savings takes years to pencil out. For buyers who charge nightly and want class-leading driving dynamics, it's a legitimately smart buy. For buyers chasing pure peace of mind, the reliability data suggests some caution. Either way, the next SUV on this list solves the reliability question in a way almost nothing else in the segment can match. Worth noting too, the Sportage PHEV isn't alone in facing this exact tension. Plug-in hybrid technology across the entire industry is still relatively young compared to conventional hybrids, and more moving electrical parts generally means more potential points of failure until a platform has a few full model cycles of real-world data behind it. That's not a reason to write off plug-in hybrids entirely, it's a reason to weigh the appeal of cutting-edge capability against the comfort of a longer track record, which is exactly the choice a Sportage PHEV shopper is making, whether they realize it or not. Kia's warranty coverage helps offset some of that risk. The brand's bumper-to-bumper and powertrain coverage remain among the most generous in the mainstream segment, meaning many of the exact electrical and charging issues Consumer Reports flagged would likely be covered under warranty during the years when a first-time PHEV owner is most likely to encounter them. It doesn't erase the reliability concern, but it does soften the financial consequences considerably compared to buying the same technology from a brand with thinner warranty coverage. Number 3. Honda CR-V Hybrid. The best-selling compact SUV in America earns that title for reasons that matter most to senior drivers. The 2026 Honda CR-V has topped U.S. sales charts consistently because it gets the core fundamentals exactly right. And for older drivers, those fundamentals matter more than any technology feature or performance specification. This is an SUV where every physical interaction between driver and vehicle was clearly considered during the design process. The result is a daily driving experience that feels effortless from the first week of ownership to the 500th. The seat height on the CR-V sits at what automotive experts consistently describe as the ideal position for easy entry and exit. Not so elevated that you're hoisting yourself up as you would into a full-size pickup, and not so low that rising from the seat places strain on knees or hips. The door apertures are wide. The A-pillars are positioned to maximize forward visibility without the thick obstruction that plagues many modern SUVs. Once seated, the driver's position feels commanding but not overwhelming. You can see the road clearly in every direction without craning or repositioning. Cargo capacity for the CR-V ranges from 34.7 to 39.3 cubic feet of trunk space, one of the most generous load areas in the compact SUV class. The tailgate opens to a flat, accessible floor that doesn't require awkward lifting angles. For senior drivers who use the boot regularly for shopping, medical equipment, mobility aids, or travel luggage, that practicality pays dividends every single week. Every CR-V gets forward automatic emergency braking, stop-and-go adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, and traffic sign recognition as standard. The Honda Sensing Safety Suite operates quietly and confidently without the false alerts and oversensitivity that make some safety systems more annoying than helpful. The systems all work well, And that measured, trustworthy behavior makes older drivers more likely to leave it engaged, which is precisely when it saves lives. What most people don't realize is how much the CR-V's interior control layout benefits older drivers specifically. Honda retained physical buttons and knobs for climate and audio functions across the 2026 model. Sony train and that your arbitrarier that runs counter to the industry trend of migrating everything into touchscreen menus. Those physical controls mean your hand finds the temperature dial or the volume knob without removing your eyes from the road. For anyone who has spent time in a vehicle where adjusting the cabin temperature requires navigating 3 menu layers on a touchscreen, the CR-V's approach feels like a relief. The 2026 Honda CR-V earned a 5-star overall safety rating from the NHTSA, the highest rating available, and Honda's reliability track record across the CR-V nameplate is one of the strongest in the mainstream SUV segment. Ownership costs are low, service intervals are reasonable, and dealer networks across the US, UK, Canada, and Australia are extensive enough that finding qualified service is never a challenge regardless of where you live. Number 2. Toyota RAV4 Plug-in Hybrid. This is the SUV that mechanics recommend, reliability data confirms, and senior drivers keep returning to, and in 2026, it is better than it has ever been. The 2026 Toyota RAV4 Hybrid sits at number 1 on this list by a clear margin, and the case for it is built on data, not sentiment. No other mainstream SUV in 2026 combines its reliability record, its safety technology depth, its fuel economy, its ease of daily use, and its long-term ownership cost into a package at this price point. For senior buyers specifically, every one of those qualities translates directly into a better, safer, and less stressful life behind the wheel. The 2026 Toyota RAV4 marks a full reset for America's best-selling SUV as it enters its 6th generation with an all-hybrid strategy. Toyota drops conventional gasoline engines entirely, offering the RAV4 exclusively with hybrid and plug-in hybrid powertrains. This is not just an environmental decision, it is a driving quality decision. The hybrid powertrain fundamentally changes the daily driving experience in ways that benefit older drivers more than any other demographic. Here is why that matters specifically for senior drivers. In town, where most older drivers spend the overwhelming majority of their time, the RAV4 Hybrid delivers up to 47 miles per gallon city in certain configurations, a massive jump from the outgoing gas-only models. But beyond fuel savings, the electric motor that powers the RAV4 Hybrid at low speeds creates a driving experience that is whisper quiet at traffic lights, completely smooth during acceleration from rest, and entirely free of the vibration and engine noise that conventional petrol SUVs generate during the stop-start cycling of urban driving. For older drivers who find city traffic mentally taxing, that calm, smooth power delivery reduces fatigue in a way that is genuinely noticeable from the first week of ownership. Toyota's TNGA-K architecture for the 2026 RAV4 gains added structural rigidity at the frame joints and suspension mounting points, with high damping adhesive used in key areas to further reduce vibrations and improve overall refinement. The result is better handling, a smoother ride, and less road noise filtering into the cabin. Every one of those improvements directly benefits senior drivers who feel road imperfections more acutely and who value a composed, settled ride above all other handling qualities. On safety, the 2026 RAV4 Hybrid comes standard with Toyota Safety Sense 4.0. The latest version of Toyota's safety suite, including forward collision warning with pedestrian detection and automatic emergency braking. That is the most comprehensive standard safety suite of any vehicle on this list, and it is included on every single RAV4 Hybrid at every trim level without exception. The driver alertness monitor deserves specific mention for senior buyers. This system actively monitors driving patterns and alerts the driver when behavior consistent with fatigue or distraction is detected. Number 1. Subaru Forester Hybrid. No SUV on sale in 2026 gives you better all-round visibility from the driver's seat. That one quality changes everything. The 2026 Subaru Forester earns number 3 on this list for reasons that go well beyond its specification sheet. This is a vehicle whose design philosophy has quietly prioritized the needs of older, more cautious drivers for decades. Not because Subaru marketed it that way, but because the engineering choices that make the Forester exceptional for senior drivers are the same ones that make it exceptional for all drivers who value clarity, simplicity, and confidence over style and performance drama. The Forester stands out with its boxy, upright design that maximizes interior space and visibility. Large windows surround you with clear sightlines in every direction. The high seating position feels natural and comfortable, with excellent seat height that makes getting in and out almost effortless. Spacious door openings give seniors who might need extra room to maneuver plenty of space. This matters profoundly. For drivers managing any reduction in peripheral vision, neck stiffness, or limited range of motion, the Forester's glasshouse cabin eliminates the anxiety that comes with blind spots and restricted sightlines. You can see what's around you. That confidence is priceless at any age, and it becomes more essential every year. The 2026 Forester retains its signature boxy silhouette with large windows, which have always given this model above-average outward vision. Subaru also built the Forester with thin roof pillars that further reduce blind spots, a design choice that most manufacturers have abandoned in favor of structural styling that looks bold but restricts visibility. The Forester chose the driver's perspective over the showroom photo, and every senior behind the wheel benefits from that decision daily. On safety, the 2026 Forester's credentials are outstanding. Subaru earned IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus awards for the 2026 Forester, a designation that requires achieving a good rating in the updated moderate overlap front crash test under the most stringent IIHS evaluation criteria to date. This also marks the 18th consecutive year that the Subaru Forester has earned either the Top Safety Pick or Top Safety Pick Plus designation, a consistency record that no competing SUV can match. 18 years of top safety ratings means 18 model years of owners protected by best-in-class crash engineering. That is not marketing language. That is institutional commitment to protecting the people inside. Every 2026 Forester comes with standard EyeSight driver assist technology, which acts like an extra set of eyes on the road and, if needed, an extra foot on the brake. Safety features come standard across the entire lineup, not just on expensive trim levels. Even base Forester models include EyeSight technology, making advanced collision prevention accessible regardless of budget. All 2026 Forester variants feature standard all-wheel drive, a Subaru hallmark, 60-40 split folding rear seats, and a low lift-over height at the cargo area. That low cargo floor means loading groceries, medical equipment, or luggage doesn't require lifting bags above waist height, a seemingly small detail, an enormous daily convenience for anyone managing back or shoulder limitations. The Forester starts at $29,995, fully equipped with standard AWD, standard EyeSight, and the most expansive outward visibility of any So there it is, 5 compact SUVs that earned their spots for very different reasons in a market that's shifting faster than most buyers realize. The Bronco Sport proves genuine off-road character still exists at this price point. The Sportage PHEV shows what happens when driving dynamics and long-term reliability data tell 2 different stories. The CR-V Hybrid and RAV4 plug-in hybrid represent 2 very different approaches to electrification done well, one prioritizing dependable simplicity and the other prioritizing maximum electric range. If your daily reality involves a short commute and a home charger, the electrified options on this list will save you real money within a few years. If your weekends involve trailheads more than test tracks, the Bronco Sport or Forester will serve you better than anything with a plug. And if you simply want the fewest surprises over the next decade of ownership, the reliability data still points toward the same 2 or 3 names it always has. Which one of these 5 would you actually buy, and is there a compact SUV you think should have made this list instead?